I am a large man and a largely unhappy man at that. Designate Alex Colomé for assignment already. Twins were winning 5-2. I was kind of watching both the stream and the Twins. Kepler, tough play. He drops the ball. The Brewers end up tying it. The game's still going on. We have franchise updates. Sorry for my, baseball jargon babbling there. So yeah, we have franchise updates. I'll be honest, they actually seem alright. It was more than I was expecting, so we're going to talk about that March to October as well. A brand new legend reveal, and maybe even a little bit more to discuss in this one. So, as always, make sure to leave a fat thumbs up and leave a nice sloppy kiss on that red subscribe button. If you have a colorblind mode, whatever color, just hit the damn subscribe button. I would really appreciate it to see more MLB The Show content. So, if I didn't allude to it already, I'm not exactly sure who the new legend is. Thought it'd be fun to play a game and not look yet, so I'm going to be just as surprised as you guys are once we actually see that. And yeah, I think we can go ahead and get into it with franchise right here. What is franchise mode? A desolate wasteland. A fossil. A tumbleweed. No? Oh. Something that's getting updated. I love this, by the way. This looks cool. This is perhaps what I'm most excited about. Is that a little sad? Yeah. But I don't know. It looks cool, man. Create. I wonder if that's how you get to create a stadium. We're going to have to see. But nice little menu right there with Tatis hitting a walk-off. Pretty cool. Do like that, indeed. So the first things that you're going to notice, the first thing that I did want to bring up, what's new in franchise? I have to do it. I have a compulsion to do it. Not much. Oh, baby, was that ever a good time. But what I was getting to, what I was alluding to, the first big thing is trade metric, which they did work on. What I want to talk about as far as this goes, it is going to be 50% dependent on attributes, 25% dependent on contract, 25% dependent on performance, where in the past they kind of alluded to there was about no impact based on performance, which if you guys have played franchise, that's not really a surprise to you. Attributes more so just go up based off potential, not really as far as performance in-game goes, which, obviously is, sucks, lack of better terms. So, updated trade logic, that's cool. It's not groundbreaking, but it is cool. They also did mention war reflective performance. So that's also going to kind of play impact into player value, their actual war, which you can see in the game. It's at the way end of the card, I do believe, if you actually went into the player cards. So that is nice to see, I suppose. You see some trades going on in the background right there. Yastrzemski going to the Cubs. For not much. What? Trade logic. Brandon Workman and Pedro Strop. For Mikey, he's 30 at this point, sure. But we're really letting go of Yaz? For 2 relievers? On a rebuilding Giants team? Rebuilding, trade logic my ass. What the hell? I disagree. Anyway, moving on to the next stuff. Looks like we have to hit the old refresh button on this one. There's coach. And bada bing, bada boom, we're right back where we were. I hate how that happens, but not much I can do about it. Here we have the player metric. It looks like you're going to get more of a boost. It's not just going to be dependent on that potential, like I said. This is, again, player value, more or less, 75% attributes, 25% performance, and they talked about, hopefully, if Nelson... what I just want to see... Nelson Cruz, for example, I want some sort of quirk. This is not being included. Like age is like fine wine, something like that. So despite getting older, they are a special player that still is able to produce when he's 40. too many times. Nelson Cruz are at 50 home runs, and he'll have a 60 overall and be smacked dab in the middle of the free agency pool and then retire the next year because of lack of market interest. I really dislike that. Then player value also does play into effect when it comes to a couple different things, which we'll mention right here. Free agency, call-up / send-downs, and depth chart positions. So that's how the new integration is going to work into the game. You're going to have more realism, essentially, kind of under the hood fixes. It's not really changing the game of franchise. You're not going to be fully immersed. You're not going to, pop this game in if you have the disc, select it on your PlayStation menu or Xbox now too. Hopefully PC or Switch next year. And wow. I smell hot dogs, I smell Budweiser, and I feel the slap on the ass of my teammates. You're not going to be immersed in baseball that way, but it's going to be a little bit better, I suppose. I do want to talk about depth charts. This is pretty interesting. I will mention it here. They have Why would you do that to me? Why would you do that to me twice? Depth charts have projections now, which is going to allow you to see the future a bit better. So you see the years. If you go toggle too lows, you have your prospects. Those slot those guys into where they project they will be. So Wander Franco will be the starting shortstop if you go kind of towards the end of the cycle there. It'll also pay mind to positional ranks. You can go to free agents at this screen, so you can easily seek those out if you don't like the player that's starting in that position. And it's cool. It keeps in mind your salaries, what it's going to look like in the future. This is, again, kind of stuff we've had before outside of the projection thing, which if you understand who's on the team, so if you're using the Rays roster, I know how good Wander Franco is. You don't have to tell me. But if you don't know how good he is, this is going to help you. So it's going to help out those more novice guys or ones that aren't too familiar with a team. Congrats to Frankie Lindor on that big signing, by the way. So the depth chart is going to be brand new, added into the game. Also in March to October. Then there's not too much other stuff that I really can mention about franchise. There is Stadium Creator, which is, again, in the game. There is confirmed no expansion. There is confirmed no rebranding. So if you do want to relocate to a creative stadium, as you see right here, you're going to have actual no memorabilia as far as your team goes. So you're just going to be playing in an undisclosed, nondescript location, which is fucking amazing. Exactly what I was hoping for. I don't know how they can even call that feature refranchising, relocation of the sort, but whatever. I'm pretty disappointed, as you can tell. There's a few things, but overall, it's still not where it should be. You can now play with prospects in in March to October if you're looking for that. It'll help boost your prospects overall so they're actually useful in March to October. If you remember from last year, you would just take your blue chip prospects, Wander Franco. It's a one season March to October, so why not trade for Trevor Story, who Wander Franco is a great trade value. Just get a star that's going to help you win a World Series that year. This is hopefully going to not make that happen. I was looking for a better word right there. Mine's kind of blank right now. But yeah, prospects are going to have a little bit more value. I'll be honest, if I do play March to October, it's still probably going to be your best bet to just trade for stars. However, so those are going to be fast track. Those are player locked games. So everything that you do in March to October is going to be the same thing, with a pitcher or a batter just taking at bats, just pitching, except you're going to be doing it in the minor leagues. Not sure how many of those we're going to have. They did mention postseason is going to be shorter, because it used to happen all postseason games would enter you into the 5th inning. This one they showed entered you into the 8th up 1 run, so hopefully it's going to be a little less painful. On top of that, they also did mention that there's going to be better rewards in team affinity as far as that goes. And that is essentially it that we have to talk about. Let's go ahead and look at the new legend. Wowie. Okay. Bob Gibson. So we don't see a new legend. Is this Negro Leagues that they're gonna bring up to right here? I'm not exactly sure. I didn't stick around for the end of the stream, or at least I didn't hear the audio. So is Negro Leagues confirmed? This is just my instinct. You know, as they're showing black players right here, some of the best that we've seen. Griffey Jr., Jackie Robinson, Bob Gibson. Is this a card series? Fill me in the comments section. Choose one player. Are these the pre-order cards that we're going to have? That is pretty interesting. They all have the 42 Jackie Robinson, which, if you didn't know, the game comes out the day after Jackie Robinson Day. So that is quite cool. I'm pretty excited for that. Obviously, we're going to learn more pretty soon. If it's something very important, I'll make a video on it tomorrow. So, again, fill me in the comments section. Let me just hop on Twitter really quickly. See if maybe somebody's alluding to what exactly it means here. Or is it just all going to be based, real baseball stuff? Fair. I'll slap that a like, RGS. That's true. 42 series card art available day 1. Yeah, so no legend reveal. Sorry for getting your hopes up, but that's not the case. 5 legends available in the choice pack you get from the Jackie Robinson edition. So this is going to be essentially the pre-order pack, special edition pack. Willie Mays, Mariano, Ken Griffey Jr., Jackie Robinson, Bob Gibson. So I'll make a video talking about that tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you guys are not going to play franchise this year like me until they actually make some worthwhile updates. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys are great today. There goes some Saudi. Go Race!